If death came for me, he would have got a real different response than this guy gave him. I'm Britt with Deadbeats, and I am watching all of the Twilight Zone episodes, and I just watched the episode One for the Angels. This episode opens with a guy selling toys and ties and random shit on the street, and he is being stalked by Death. He goes home, what I'm assuming is his home because it's like the smallest apartment room I've ever seen, and Death is there. And first of all, he's not concerned that someone is just in his house, but Death tells him that he's Death and that it's time for him, Lou, to die of natural causes. Death tells him that he can stay a little longer if he is working on a scientific discovery, or if he has some unfinished business. So obviously Lou is like, yeah, I have unfinished business, and he goes through a couple of BS things before he lands on he needs to give the pitch of a lifetime. And this is kind of reminding me of Casper, because anytime I think of unfinished business, I think of Casper.
Your unfinished business?
My what?
You know, unfinished business. All ghosts have unfinished business.
Death realizes that he's been bamboozled by Lou and says that he needs to take an alternative with him, and decides to take one of the children that Lou was hanging out with at the beginning, because apparently it's totally normal that this old man hangs out with children.
Yes, I've always had quite a fondness for children, you know.
Anyway, decides to take this 8-year-old girl. Oh my god, she gets hit by a car. So Death has until midnight to take somebody, and he says he's taking this little girl. This Death guy is kind of a little cutie. Like, if he told me that he was coming back for me at midnight, I'd be like, it's a date. Lou is not going to stand for that. He sets up shop with his little briefcase, starts telling Death all about these ties, string, toys, just whatever random bullshit he has. And he distracts him until after midnight. The bells ring for midnight. The doctor comes out and says the little girl is okay. But Lou realizes that he just gave the pitch of his lifetime distracting Death. So that means he fulfilled his unfinished business.
That I have no unfinished business.
So Lou accepts his fate, and he walks down the street with Death as Rod Serling is telling us that we were just in the Twilight Zone.
Up there?
Up there, Mr. Bookman. You made it.
This is another episode that I love. The story's great. I love the ending. I love how he, in saving the little girl, fulfills the pitch that he has wanted to do. I also love the use of shadows in this one because it's in black and white, so the use of shadows I thought looked really, really good. So make sure you follow me so you can see me talk about more Twilight Zone episodes. I'm posting these on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Make sure that you follow the Deadbeats podcast for all things horror movie related, and let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments.